Hello everyone, Jason Gomes making another quick video. Today I want to talk to you about the magic of words. So every word you have ever said, anything that's ever been written down is spelled. That sounds really obvious, but the reality is what I've shown you so far with the connection between light and sound and cymatic patterns that arise out of reflecting harmonics. What I want to show you is a little bit more detail about how cymatic patterns affect water. So first thing I'll look at is the Dr. Emoto experiments. So he actually used words, music, and sound to interact with water to get these various cymatic patterns. So things that are naturally harmonic create those beautiful cymatic patterns of harmony that create very firm standing waves. And as always, I'll include a link for this video so you can watch it directly. So these are starting out, all these happy things, and you can see clear crystals that are happening because of these words that are associated in the heart and the mind with harmony. And harmony and harmonic reflections is what creates all patterns in reality on every single dimension. So when you're talking about water like this, just looks like a mess. It's hard to see in this video because of the brightness quality. But you'll see a shift between what is being disharmonic, hate, violence, greed, anger, creates disharmony. It actually creates zero patterns. It creates chaos. So when you're looking at television programming being the operative word, it is very important that you do not allow people to program you with these kinds of patterns that don't benefit you, they don't benefit the world, and they don't benefit anybody other than the people that feed off of chaos. Because the reality is, there are people who thrive in the chaotic situations because of the fact that it gives them a higher degree of power, because they're more comfortable in that zone of chaos, anger, frustration, anxiety, and pain than most people are. Most people become more submissive in these kinds of states, whereas the people who are used to operating in these states for long periods of time tend to appear to be more powerful, but they're only more powerful operating from a position of chaos. And if people go back to a state of harmony, those very same people that appear to be powerful and tough and rugged and all that, they actually are much weaker. They don't know how to operate from that position. So that's why they're constantly trying to drag people into their center of influence where they have the dominant sense of control. And so looking at this next experiment, this is about how vibrations on the surface, any body of water, create separation. So this is really hard to see, so you'll have to click on the link. But you can actually get water droplets to completely suspend on top of the surface of a liquid by creating oscillations in that surface, and the drops can't adhere quickly enough. So they're trying to adjust to the vibration that's in the general surface, and because of the fact that they're always oscillating at various frequencies, not until they cluster together in big groups do they start penetrating into the surface of the water, which is of course always what happens with civil rights movements and with movements. That's why people protest. They come together in large groups so that they can feel like they're a part of society, so that they can feel like they are part of the collective whole, that body of water. Because if you think about it, 70% of your body by volume is water, but molecularly, 99% of all the molecules in your body are actually water. So understanding how water is affected by cymatics and cymatic patterns and patterns of vibration allows us to understand how all of those molecules, 99% of them, 99 out of 100 molecules in your body, is responding to the vibrations in your atmosphere. So this is a quick little video so you can see water, and it's being levitated by a harmonic frequency, and they're modulating a second frequency on top of that. Water is a liquid crystal superconductor, meaning that it vibrates with all electromagnetic frequencies simultaneously and concurrently. So every single thing, like a Russian nesting doll, water is being absorbed into your body because water has a memory. It has an electrostatic memory. I'll also include a video for water has memory. I'll include this 3D cymatics video so you can see the various harmonics being oscillated in the same body of water. As you can see, it creates geometries, creates patterns of movement that are oscillating between two positions. That's why they're showing you in slow motion, so that you can see it's oscillating between its inversions. So kind of like yin and yang. It's creating an implosion, and then it's coming back together, and then it's forming the opposite. So that's why the points are alternating as they do, which is again the reverberation, the reflection of polarities, which is yin and yang, which is masculine and feminine, which is dark and light, which is these polarities that are experienced throughout all of duality. So just understanding that cymatic patterns apply to the water in your body, and you are a body of water predominantly, and understanding that these types of vibrations can be used to separate people. They're separating people because it's much easier to control people, divide and conquer. So just remember that when you're watching television programming and it changes the way that you feel, they're using that manipulation aspect of visual audio interface to create separation, to create anxiety, to create fear, to get people to operate from a state of disharmony. So using music is actually the fastest way to reset these cymatic patterns. That's why music makes you feel good. That's also why really negative words make you feel bad. They actually create this kind of dis-ease in your body. It removes you from the state of ease, ease being the natural way and natural order, which is harmony. Nature is extremely harmonious, and that is the nature of the human body, is nature itself. Your brain arose out of nature, your heart arose out of nature, every single aspect of your body arose out of nature, and nature, by its very definition, is the perfect state of harmony of these cymatic patterns, both of light and of sound, both of which are trapped inside of water. That's why we get rainbows, and that's why they're so vibrationally sensitive, because of the electrostatic bond, that magnetism that makes water gel together as it does. So remember this moving forward. Stop feeding into the negative energy of separation. Stop allowing yourself to be programmed by negativity, by words and music and visuals that actually create dis-ease in your body on an energetic level, which is trapped inside of the water, because it is the most sensitive electromagnetic field receiver you could get. If you wanted to create a perfect biological supercomputer, you would want to use a liquid crystal superconductor exactly like water, so that you could receive multiple dimensions of vibration simultaneously, nested like Russian nesting dolls, so that you could get all of these frequencies at the same time with one receiver. That's what water is. It is the universal receiver of energy, both of light and sound and magnetism, and that's why we need to be more conscious of how and why people are programming water in our bodies. Because even if we choose not to listen, even if we pretend like we're not affected by it, the water in your body is absolutely 100% completely and totally receptive. You have no choice. So you can try and change your environment through music, through basically better relationships, and that will actually create an enormous impact. So if you're feeling stressed or angry, stop listening to television, stop the programming of your mind and just go back to music. Go back to a peaceful state of music and watch as those negative emotions, those cymatic patterns that are being created in your body, melt away. Because unlike those snowflakes, every molecule in your body is electromagnetically connected. It acts as one giant magnet made up of a bunch of tiny, teeny little magnets. So anything that affects one molecule of your body is distributed across the entire electromagnetic field, which is why it's important to understand the power of music and the effect that it has on the cymatic patterns inside of your water, inside of your body. And remember, words are like magic. They are designed to make changes in the environment. If words didn't have the power to control people, they wouldn't write down laws and they wouldn't bother speaking. Because if you couldn't influence other people in their thought or their feeling or their action through words, it would have no value whatsoever. But of course, they don't want people to be literally aware of this quality of words, this quality of music, because then it of course limits the ability to program from the outside. My ability to be programmed is extremely small because all of my words are most powerfully resonant within my body. And I choose the words I speak to myself. I choose the words I think to myself. And therefore, I am impervious to a certain degree of this magic, if you will, of outside influence, because I understand the power of words. I understand that every single word has a vibrational quality to it, and that it can be used to manipulate physical reality and the patterns of creation which arise all around us and also within us. So take this power back, take your own harmony back, instill yourself with harmony, instill yourself with compassion, instill yourself with gratitude and appreciation, and watch as your energy changes, because the liquid crystal superconductor that is your water is most resonant with your voice, not voices outside. Although if your voice is weak, or if your voice is quiet, or your voice is not confident, so to speak, then there is an enormous amount of power that comes from outside influences unconsciously. So just remember, be conscious about how you're being influenced, be conscious about the energy in the water inside of your body and how subtly receptive it is to every single thing that you're seeing, that you're eating, that you're touching, that you're tasting, that you're listening to and visualizing. All these things affect the body of water that is you. So take that power back. Remember that there is a magical power to words that allows words and music to reshape us emotionally and intellectually, and use that to its highest benefit for your personal benefit, to increase your state of harmony, to increase your state of prosperity, and to increase your state of comfort. Because if you're harmonious with the environment, you're comfortable. And so that's what I want you to remember. That's why I say things like, I love you, even if I've never met you. That's why I'm trying to share these things with you, because I want you to be filled with beautiful geometry, with beautiful patterns, with beautiful energy that will radiate from you and within you as your heart circulates that liquid crystal superconductor that you call your blood. So thank you very much for taking the time to listen, and definitely check out the additional videos that'll be included as links with this video in the description, or if you're on Facebook, they'll just be just below the comments section. Or I'm sorry, just above the video. So thank you very much. You have yourself a wonderful day, and thanks for taking the time to listen.